the company. This is going to kill things like a whole bunch of things, actually. What about Fulminator Mage? Is going to stop Township and Wolf Run? Yeah, but we can still just use Ghost Quarter to do that. Like, unless there's like a lot of lands we need to be removing, I don't think we need Fulminator. I think this is a keep. It's got natural Foretold Balance. It's got Cage. It's a pretty nutty hand, actually, from us. I mean, I might consider Fatal Pushing a Noble. I don't think so, since we have the natural balance. I think I just go Island Cage Go. We could go Verdant Catacombs Bauble, see what's on the top, see if we want to keep it, and then go Cage. We don't need to go Cage immediately. Put on Moles to 4. Wow. Our hand just got a lot better. I usually like doing the Bauble trick. So that's where you look at the top of your own library. Okay, Ancestral. We'll keep it since we have it Foretold, so let's not crack this Verdant until my opponent's turn. So we want to get the draw off the Bauble first. So there's that Ancestral, and then we have the option to crack this during my opponent's turn. It's a neat little trick. I actually played against a couple people at the GP that didn't do those tricks with their baubles, and I was really bothered by that, because I think that's one of the best ways to utilize Mishra's bauble is manipulating the top of your deck. What about bauble without playing land? Yeah, that's what we did here. We grabbed Overgrown. I've seen that happen a little too much from some of my opponents that were on bauble, and I was a bit bothered. All right, we'll play the Cage. Cage, like enchantments and artifacts and planeswalkers, all unaffected by Restore Balance. Which is excellent. He meant before I play fetch? Well, no, I wanted to check the top of my deck. Before fetching. Kasali? No, okay. Well, you know what? I might just push that, because it's obvious that he's gunning for this Cage. I mean, sure, I have the Restore Balance, but that doesn't mean I need to give up my Grafdigger's Cage to do so. I'm going to keep my Cage. Let's draw 3, I think. I think I want to just draw 3. You know, we've gotten this again. I'm only on 3 Foretold right now, but we've just found it again. The natural Restore Balance. Well, we didn't have natural Restore Balance last time, but we got it this time. And next turn I could transmute up another Ancestral and just bury him in cards. Do you guys want to do that? Just bury my opponent in cards? They did mulligan, so it's like not even that thing much of a thing. Is this Knight? Yeah, we can just decay that. Or, yeah, we can just decay it. I mean, do I feel bad about this? Not really. He did kind of crush us last game. I mean, I could, again, just draw the 3 now. Part of me just likes killing this now. Burying him in cards makes balance worse for us. It's okay if it's worse. Like, this is the other way our deck can win. Is just bury them in cards. Value is the other way that this deck wins, you know? That's fine. There you go. There goes my Delirium. See, I'm glad I trimmed. I mean, I certainly don't like trimming all of my traverses, but I like trimming a couple after board, because like you'll start to. Although that's main board sometimes for these guys. All right, let's cast it with the As Foretold. No, cast with As Foretold. Thank you. All right, now let's draw a whole bunch. Just bury him in cards. I mean, we could like Ghost Quarter ourselves and then balance. And like that would take him off a lot of mana, but then I'd lose the Thragtusk I just drew. So why don't we go Traverse, or excuse me, Transmute, Ancestral, and just draw lots and lots and lots of cards. So many cards. Oh my god, all these cards. Drawing all the cards. Did you want to know what drawing all the cards feels like? This is what drawing all the cards feels like. What's up, Komomo? That's actually Zombalance. We don't have to play the balance? Exactly. Oh man, I can just push that off the Foretold too. Oh man. This is dirty. Next turn I get to... Why don't we hand check him? Hey, let's bauble and see what's coming off the top for him and see if we need to do something. What's his next card? His next card is, okay, Goyf. Why don't we hand check him? I mean, I could just Ancestral again with the Foretold. Or I can hand check him and make sure the Thragtusk... Like, out of all the cards my opponent would still be holding, it's probably a Path or some sort of removal. Why don't we hand check him? It's probably a Path. Or a land he didn't want to play. Let's say we hand check him, then we play the Thragtusk. Oh, it's a Bolt. Okay. That would have killed Tusk. That would have indeed killed Tusk. So I'm glad we hand checked him. You might want to drain him too. Nah, we'll hold on to the balance still. Might be a thing. It's probably Coco. Well, if it was Coco, it's also correct to hand check there, I think. We could have done 2 modes, I suppose. But I'm happy with how things turned out. I don't see him coming back from this. He's going to top deck a Goyf, but I'm going to have Ancestral. And we're going to see... This will be the 3rd Ancestral we've cast this game, right? Or is this the one we tutored for? I'm trying to remember. No, he bogged us, so it'll be our 3rd Ancestral. That's fine, bro. 3rd Ancestral coming right up. Ooh, there's our Thrun. Oh man. Our deck can really grind. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh man. Oh. This feels good. Feels so good. I don't even think we show him the Thrun. I think we just kill him with the Tusk. That's the 3rd Ancestral. Oh my goodness. Sure. Oh man. I did this. I mean, the games I was winning. The thing with the deck, Tux Dev, is I think like my first version of the deck was a little too much win more. So we'll do the whole bobble with the fetch thing. So it's coming up for us. Breeding Pool, don't want that. Let's fetch. Yeah, I think it was like some games are a little win more, and you want to be careful and aware of that. I still don't really want to show that I have the balance in my hand. I think I just killed that. Oh, whoops! Meant to actually pay for. Did I cast it through the Foretold? That's silly of me. I just don't want to show the Thrun. I mean, maybe I'm supposed to. He might even chump here. I would consider chumping if I were a 10. Yeah. I don't know, maybe that's foolish of me to not show the Thrun. Ooze. I could show Ooze. He's seen Ooze. All the cards. We gotta find the 4th Ancestral. And then we gotta witness back one. Moon. Glad to know. You know what? I don't really care about Moon though with this deck though. Like between Foretold and now, that's huge information. I don't think you showed that. My opponent's 5-color deck is running Moon. I don't think you show that information. He's seen Scavenging Ooze. We just put it out there. Yeah, I don't think... We still could cast Thrun for the record, thanks to Foretold. Foretold is so good against Moon. I played against a Storm player with Moon, and I traversed into a basic, and then even if you draw... Like, all of his draws are turned off. You had a basic Plains. I think Moon is so greedy in that deck. I'm sure he gets people with it, but it's like... His Moon does not make all that much sense there. Alright, that was great. He's on the play now. I think I might actually want my hand hate again, because he's on the play this time. So we'll be a little bit on the back foot. We've seen Grave Hate, we've seen Enchantment Hate. So what are some of the things that we want to change? I actually don't think I want much of the Traverse at all. I think I might even cut... I know that's kind of like our build around, but it's like, post-board this gets so much weaker. And a lot of the reasons it gets weaker is because the opponent brings in Graveyard Hate. There may be more hate in than we even saw. He might have had his Rest in Pieces in. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine having cards that are like really awesome, toolboxy and super strong game 1 that post-board are just weaker. Like now that we're not on the Goyfs, this is like the only card that's truly hurt besides Scavenging Ooze in the build. And I think that's really nice. You would have screwed after drawing Moon. I'm supposed to just run the Thought Seizes though, because at least those can still strip a company. Whereas, although Inquisition's fine, Inquisition can't strip company. What's up, Spider Space? Maybe take a Collector because you need a Delirium? No, I'm just saying it's hard for us to get Delirium post-board against anybody. This hand's not that crazy great, but then again, this is a solid hand. He keeps it 7. I can get one of each basic with this hand too. So unless he has the turn 1 Noble, turn 2 Moon, I'm okay. If he did, I think I would lead on base. I think I would lead out Misty Rainforest and go fetch your basics. Yeah. I think I still maybe consider this hand. The only 6 that would be better would maybe be a Thoughtseize hand. We're only running 2 Thieves, and we didn't leave in any of the others. Again, like an Astrotold hand means I could also just fetch my... I'll keep. Could fetch a basic island, and then Foretold lets us play Magic after Moon. Now, if he has removal for the Foretold, then we're kind of boned, but... Yeah, let's see him fetch a basic here. Probably will. So our choices are to fetch basic... well, that's also a huge tell that he's got Moon. I actually think I'm going to fetch my basic island, because if he is going for the turn 2 Moon, yeah, Ghost Quarter. If he is going for turn 2 Moon, like, I need my basic force. Let's just go lead... Let's lead a Misty and see what he does. See if he's got the Moon. Looks like Moon to me. Oh, Knight. Whoa. Okay. That's still very good. Yeah, Knight is a 3/3 here because of the fetches. Or his fetch. So we can't Brutality it. I'm still going to go with basics, though. Why don't we go basic, basic island, basic swamp. There's cage. I like hand checking this guy. Why don't we go basic? Yeah, let's go basic. And that way we're not completely wrecked by Moon. Let's go Brutality. Let's go 2 modes. Let's go Kill and Reveal. So I'm going to go Reveal, Kill, and we're going to bin maybe Thragtusk. We can always get Tusk back, potentially with Witness. Could also just bin the Ghost Quarter and hope to top more mana to be able to utilize the Tusk. Why don't we bin the Ghost Quarter? What do you got? Okay, Path, Nicottle, and a whole bunch of land. Okay, good. Alright, so we got to deal with a Knight and a Nicottle. So we can fetch up basic Forest and pulse the Knight, and then he doesn't have much left. This is probably it, Nicottle. And then we got one unknown. Yeah, Brutality killing oh, what's this? Oh, he's just growing Knight. Yep. Yeah, that's the correct play. Yeah, he's just growing Knight. I think the Moon is super greedy, but I'm sure he gets people with it, which is fine. I've always been kind of wary of 3-color decks running Moon. Alright, so let's go. Let's just pulse Knight. Let's get it out of there. Yeah, and see, we're drawing lands to the Tusk. I mean, I'm still running 22 mana. The deck. Don't need a Foretold yet. We don't even have anything to combo with it just yet. So I generally won't play Foretold unless I'm worried about Moon or I have something to combo with it. Like, if I have other plays to be making, like, next turn I'd even prioritize playing Cage over Foretold. Now, if he's drawn to the Coco, and he does have the 4th land, we saw 4th land. If he has the company, there's not much I can do. He can certainly do it in response to the Cage. So that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario is he hasn't drawn it yet. And he'll need to draw an answer to Cage before he can Coco. Mr. Lee says, hey, I think I met you. Did you wear a bow tie at Vegas? I did. That was me. Alright, so let's go Cage. See what he does. Nope, didn't draw it. Excellent. Alright, so we can push the Nicottle. Alright, kick it back. Hey, we're only halfway dead. That's good news. Cool, I'm the guy that said cool tie. Alright, Mr. Lee. I think I remember that. Oh, Keswick. This is a Kazali Prime Mage. Yeah, I think he's just going to threaten Nicottle attack for a whole bunch. If he does pump, we push. If he doesn't pump, we don't push. Oh wow, he is spending all his mana on the Nicottle. That's fantastic for us. All of that mana just for 2 damage? That's just like... I don't even know. It's dead. Yeah. Our 7 was solid. That 2-for-1 felt great, taking his path and killing it. I'm telling you, this card is bonkers. I even played in Legacy. You know what? Let me tell you this, stream. Oh, we need the Overgrown too. If you haven't picked up your playsets of Collective Brutality, it's never too late. Foretold, go. See, when you finally have a turn that you're not doing anything else, that's when you play the Foretold, and I think I made that mistake.